In this problem, we want to take the integral of x sine of x dx by using integration by part. And to determine which part of that should be u and the other part should be dv. So let me first write the integration by part structure. So we have the u dv is equal to u times v minus the integral of v du. So the idea is converting this integral into another integral which is simpler to kind of be taken. And to determine which part should be u and which part should be dv, we want to use the mnemonic for the kind of the order of functions in integration by parts, which is I late. The I stands for inverse of trig functions. L stands for logarithmic functions. A stands for algebraic function. D stands for trig functions. And E stands for exponential functions. So whichever comes first, that part would be the U. So here we don't have inverse of a trig function. We don't have a log function. We do have algebraic function, which is the x part. So the x would be our u, and the rest of these would be our dv. This would be kind of a rule that most of the time works. So if you don't have any clue that which part should be u, this is a good starting point. So now we have u, which is x, and our dv is equal to sine of x, which kind of it's make the left hand side of this equation. For the right hand side, we need u, we need v, we need du, and again we need v. So let's evaluate du and v. So the du would be the derivative of this, which is x, and v would be the integral of that, and we know the integral of sine of x is negative cosine of x. Now we can rewrite this equation. So integral of x sine of x dx, which is again just that here u dv, it can be written as u times v, which is x times v, which is negative cos of x, minus the integral of v times du. V is negative cosine of x, multiplied by du, which is just d. Again, just writing that this is the u, this is v, this is v du. Now we basically converted this integral into this part, which is kind of already integrated, and this integral, which is simpler integral. So to take the second integral, this integral, I can take out the negative sign. So it becomes, let me just focus on this part. This would be negative integral of cosine of x dx, and the integral of cosine of x is sine of x. So overall, it would be negative sine of x. So now if I want to write the answer to this integral, I just write the whole thing, which is integral of x sine of x dx. This is equal to this part, which is x times negative cos x. I can write it as negative x cos x, minus this part, which is negative sine of x. And instead of minus negative, I can make it plus sign. I have negative x cos x plus sine of x. And don't forget, because this is an indefinite integral, there would be a plus c at the end.